In this video, I'll walk you through the rendering process for 4 different landscape site plan styles in Photoshop and Illustrator. Let's get started. All 4 plans originate from the same base, a treehouse structure on a mountainside slope. The drawings include both a site plan and a landscape cross-section at the top. The first plan is rendered in a watercolor style. To start, I'll apply a seamless watercolor texture to the base layer. I find that using 2 layers of textures adds depth, making the overall background more vibrant and dynamic. Next, I'll rasterize the texture and scale it down to fit the composition better. Since the texture has a darker color, I'll position it on the top of the mountain to create a balanced contrast. I'll create a mask for the top layer and use a soft brush to blur the edges. This will allow the darker top layer to gradually fade into the lighter green texture below, creating a smooth and natural blend. Press Ctrl+U to bring up the hue saturation settings. Here you can adjust the hue, saturation, and lightness to ensure that both layers share the same color tone, creating a more cohesive and harmonious background. Next, create a new layer and begin drawing watercolor trees. Vary the sizes of the trees and use 2 to 3 different shades of green to add depth and vibrancy. This will make your site plan more dynamic and visually engaging, giving it a richer, more natural feel. Once you've completed drawing the trees, create a new layer for shadows and adjust the opacity to achieve the desired effect. As a personal touch, I like to add a layer of white circles on top of the trees. I find that this adds extra depth and dimension to the drawing. You can find the link to the site plan tree brushes bundle in the description. Then I would add more white dots and textures on top. The final step is drawing the section. Simply drag the PNG trees into the drawing and adjust their opacity and size as needed. For the second site plan, I used Adobe Illustrator with vector tree brushes. The advantage of vector tree brushes is that they allow you to easily adjust tree sizes, replace trees, and change tree colors with just a single click. This makes placing trees in the site plan very straightforward and efficient. If you want to learn more about how to use vector trees, check out the video in the top right corner. The brush set also includes ground textures. To use them, simply select the texture and use the brush to draw a linear line. This will add particles and dust to the ground, enhancing the detail of your site plan. To adjust the tree color, just change the stroke color and double-click the tree brush. In the colorization method, select Hue Shift, then click OK. This will update the color across all instances of that tree brush simultaneously. Next, I add vector elevation trees to the landscape section drawing. For the next drawing, we'll switch back to Photoshop. Since the process is similar to the first one, I'll speed things up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.